and horticulture part. So this is our 19th batch for the same. We would like to know where are you from, what do you do? Please use the chat box and let us know where are you from. Can you do that? Yes. Please let us know where are you from, what do you do? Please use the chat box for the same. Yes, Anuj is from Maharashtra. What about others? From Hyderabad. What do you do? Yes, Hyderabad, Kerala. Again from Maharashtra, Bihar. We have participants from all over India. That is great to know. Shweta is again from Maharashtra, Pune, Maharashtra. Great. Mrinalini is from Sangli. Okay. Mrinali. Yes. What do you do, all of you? Can you please use the chat box? Yes, many of us joining from all over India. Great to know. Vijayawada. Yes, Sarika, Seva, Sujay. Where are you from? Priyanka, Hasina. Great, great. What do you do? What are you right now pursuing your education? You're working as a professional, you're having your own firm. Guntur. Okay, great. So we're glad we are having participants from all over India. Will you please tell us how you got to know about Botanic and what do you do currently? What are you looking for in Botanic? We'll just take 5 more minutes and we'll start with today's session. Till then, please let us know in the chat box what are you exactly looking for, how you got to know about Botanic. Yes, please use the chat box. Shweta, Shubhanshi, Geeta, Mrinali, Sujay, Sarika, Rahul, Muhammad. Please let us know what are you looking for, how you know about Botanic. Yes, basic to advanced knowledge regarding landscaping. Great. So Abhijit has shared his thoughts about his expectations. Great. What about others? Shweta is working as a project coordinator, want to learn about CAD. Okay, great. What about others? Devati, Sujay, Siva, Lakshmi. Please use the chat box. Priyanka, Anuj, Subhashini. Currently looking for a job and want to learn CAD. Okay, Revati. Great. We're looking for skill upgradation. Okay, best. Mayor, if you would like to introduce yourselves, many of you, great, are looking for a job. Okay. Yes, glad to know about all of you here. Welcome to Botanic again. So we'll start with today's session here. Anuj is also looking for skill upgradation. I hope my screen is visible for all. Please use the chat box if you have any difficulty. Yes, is my screen visible for all? Okay, so you're working in project management landscape. Okay, great. So my screen is visible. Thank you. So these are few testimonies that I would like you to go through. These are the same on our website as well, and all these are real reviews and testimonies. So we have completed our 17 batches so far. 18th batch is ongoing currently, and we are commencing our 19th batch from 19th of May. Okay, so is everyone here is aware of Hindi as well? So shall I switch the languages in between? Is everyone comfortable with the same English and Hindi both? Oh, so I will try and put both the languages. So these are the members from batch 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and currently our 18th batch is ongoing with these many members. And now we are looking forward to our next batch, which is 19th workshop batch, starting from the 19th of the May, right? Welcome all again to for Botanic batch 19 of 2D AutoCAD Basics, Landscape Architecture and Horticulture. So we will start with landscape architecture part first with today's content. We will then discuss the horticulture part, and at the end, we will understand the workshop format. In this, as a landscape architect, before we start with today's session, I will again introduce the company. We are Botanic. We are based in Bengaluru. We have multiple team members with us, joining us from Maharashtra, Karnataka, and UK as well. So, Botanic Horts with Arch is a landscape company and online workshop conductors. We are dedicated to landscape architecture, horticulture, and design software. Okay, because me and Basavra sir had this conversation when I was engaged in my master's internship in Bengaluru. We had this gap for theory and professional practice. We, as an architect, are not much well aware of plantation, and as a horticulturist, he was having difficulty with the AutoCAD itself. So we found this gap and we addressed it with the practicalness of it for students, professionals, and whoever wants to get industry ready skills, whoever wants to upgrade their skill, whoever is looking for the new opportunities here. Again, this is Basavara sir. He will be guiding us through the entire softscape practical part with the theory from basics to advanced. This is me, architect Pranali Kulkarni. I'm from Sangli, Maharashtra, basically. I have completed my PG in landscape architecture from Pune University, and we are currently into freelancing as well. I am having more than 10 years of experience of AutoCAD and SketchUp with Photoshop as well. With us, we have Kirti ma'am, Lekna ma'am, and architect Vaidehi Prabhu ma'am. All of them are having more than 6 years of experience in the softscape. Vaidhi ma'am is also having 10 years of experience in AutoCAD, and she's specialized in urban design as well with AutoCAD, and she has joined us from batch 70. So when I started with my master's job hunting, I had this first interview. My sir asked me only one question: what do you understand by landscape? Even though I knew the answer, I was really blank at the time. And whatever he told me that time has been stuck with me since. Now, whatever we see outside of the window is the landscape. Whatever there is on Mother Earth, even if it is only softscape, if it is mountainscape, cityscape, or even seascape, right? Everything on Mother Earth, nature, is landscape. Why do we need landscape and how do we associate landscape with is also very important. If you're aware, can you tell me if you have ever drawn this drawing in our childhood? Yes or no? Please use the chat box. Have you ever? I feel each of us has landscape as memory since our childhood, like this only, right? So we used to associate landscape as mountain and a river with sun, which would get us to the peaceful environment, right? After a few years, let's say in teenagers or so, we understood landscape as plant associated. We would have some mangoes or guava or amla, any of the fruit, apple, oranges, any of the fruit from the neighbor's tree or a tree nearby our school or classes or on the way to our home, anything, right? We have a such kind of plant in our memory strongly from our childhood. That is also an association. So, all these associations we have with the nature are based on senses. Human has five senses. The first five that we have learned already, right? The see, touch, taste, smell, and hear. All these five senses are very much awakened and make us aware of surrounding and get us associated with that landscape, and it creates memory. So all these we have intent of creating experiences. Why do we need landscape? To create new experiences for ourselves, for our customers, for our clients, and so on. Right? Do you all agree with me? Yes or no? We everything we are creating today is for the experiences sake. And each of the individual person will have different experiences, even the space is same. For example, this is one of the site where we can see there is some seating at this area. There is a bonfire, a fire pit at the center, and there is a swimming pool kind of setting. So if a person is sitting here with their spouse or with friends or parents or their children, will have each of them will have different experiences with his or her company. Yes or no? It also matters which company you are with. We will have different experience if we are here with friends. We will have different talks and experiences if we are there with our children or our parents. Or right? Do you agree? Yes or no? So all these experiences that we are looking forward to create new memories, to create new experiences, create and learn new association is the intent of landscape design. So, in short, if we go for a scientific manner, what exactly is landscape? We can say it is a combination of tree, shrubs, flowers, whatever horticultural live elements are there. It is a combination of hardscape and softscape to generate a visual amenity for a property, or we can create and provide an amenity for common use of the occupants. Mostly, right now, we design and focus for a community-based landscapes. Correct? So, what is landscape architecture? Landscape architecture would go from experiences to design. There will be spaces. There will be so many things in here that we need to learn more and more. So, first, we start with the hardscape part. What exactly shapes the landscape? We are going to understand the hardscape part. Okay. Here, we need hardscape part for the three major points. We need some active areas in our landscape. We need some rest points, pause points in our landscape. Also, we need access points for the rest and active spaces. Yes, Are you getting it? Do you agree with me that every design revolves around these pointers itself? Okay. So what material we are using for these spaces, active rest and access points, depends on the space, depends on who is going to use that and how they are going to use this space. So there will be pavements, there will be fences, there will be pergolas for the access point. Then there will be pavilions, there will be structures, there will be seatings, and again there will be gazebos for the as a rest point references. For the active spaces, we can use more of man-made structures like landforms will be there, playgrounds will be there. All of this we will combine with the lighting, not just the night light, but also with the daylight is also very important. These are pergolas. Pergolas are the open or lowered roof, which will create such canopies with the shadows to generate a dramatic effect in our way. Okay, it is a transition space. What is a transition space? If I'm standing at this point, I have to go at this point. Whatever we are traveling at this area is called as transition space. Okay, so pergola is more of a transition space. Also depends upon space. For example, will this first image that you're looking at, is this appropriate seat at any college area or hospital area? What do you think? Is this an appropriate seat selection for the college or hospital premise? Yes or no? Okay, no. Okay, who else? Yes. Because can you tell me the reason? What do you think? Why do you think? Because the space reads itself as a private space. And the space we are discussing is educational space or more of a public space like hospitals. So it will have a more of openness in the space like this, right? It will have a little bit privacy, but although it will have an openness, accepting things, right? So this first picture is more appropriate for a private resort or a backyard, right? Do you agree, yes or no? Again, where are you sitting and what you are looking at is also very important. Okay. That's why where do you put the seat and what you're putting in front of the seater, that is also very important because it is a pause point. When we are having a pause, we will have to look around about the viewpoints that we are providing to the user. Then comes the part to gazebo. The difference between pergola and gazebo is more of like pergola is a structure with seating with it. Okay, we will have pergola with seaters itself. It will be with more of traditionally we used to make it with wood, bamboo, vinyl, but now in modern material we also use aluminum, wrought and steel, brick, everything. As per the space, what is the theme of it, and so on. Lighting in landscape is also an important part. Why do you think landscape must be important? Can you tell me? The first primary reason to have lighting in the landscape, what it must be? Primary reason of having lighting in the landscape. Safety, 100% correct. Because human is more of a in himself, he would look for sense of safety, right? And again, there is another part. The first primary part is safety, correct? To sense, have a sense of safety. Then there will be sense of access, sense of visuality, Aesthetics is also again important part, right? There will be downlighting, uplighting. So when we are having downlighting, it will be thrown from above. When we are having uplighting, it will be thrown from below. Path lighting, path washers, there can be bollard, there will be floor washing lights, recessed lights, deck lights, underwater lighting, sculpture lighting. Okay, mainly there are three types of light. First, it will be accent light, then there will be task light, then there will be focal light. Okay, so these three types of lights are used as per the space. Water feature, as the picture speaks for itself, there is still water feature, spouting water feature, flowing water feature, cascading, and free falling water feature. So, still water feature, which water feature is to be proposed in your design, would again depend on how much client is willing to maintain it. Okay, installing a water body is not a big deal, but how you are going to retain it as it is, how you are going to maintain it, and what type of water, if there is borewell water, how they are going to use the softener for the long term effects of that stains you are going to get because of the borewell, right? All these things you have to take into consideration before proposing any water body, and how you are going to maintain it in long term is also very important. In landscape design, design elements and principles are very important. All the design elements and principles in the each of design industry are same. Okay, each of the product design industry, you will find this line, shape, color, form, texture. Those will be used with pattern, contrast, emphasis, scale, etc. So how these lines, shape, color, form, texture in landscape design will be used, how lines should be used to create contrast, how lines should be used with patterns, right? How shape should be put to create rhythm or movement. These are the elements and principles combinations that we need to learn. Out of that, we're discussing first element today is colors. So it is nothing but a tool that will help you to carve a landscape within the space. First is color. So this is a color wheel. We are aware there are primary three colors, secondary and tertiary colors are there in color wheel. Now, when we want to design any space, majorly your color theme will affect your design. How will it affect? For example, you're sitting in room right now. The room which you're sitting currently, if it is painted entirely in yellow color, dark yellow mango color, or if it is colored entirely in red color, dark red color, both will have different effects on your mind. Yes or no? Can you imagine? Yes, right? So that's the on the same line, this warm color scheme and cold color scheme will also impact our psychology within the landscape. So how does it affect? So cool, it is nothing wrong and right about this, okay? If we are using a specific cool color scheme for, let's say, a nursery of children, junior KG or senior KG, it would more of keen towards warm color scheme because we want them to have more cheerful environment, we want them to more stimulate, and you want them to have more fun. So these are more appealing colors. Okay, and versus that, in any hospital environment we would want them to heal more, we want them to rest more, we want them to have a low scale area, right? That's why we will use more of a cool color scheme. So it is not just a specific color, but combination of multiple colors. For example, I'm going to reflect few of the photos and you are going to tell me if it is a cool color scheme or warm color scheme or neutral color scheme. Now that you have idea on the screen. So can you tell me if what's the color scheme for the following landscape? If it is cool or warm or neutral? Yes, warm color scheme. What about this? Again, warm color scheme, correct. What about this? There will be a primary dominant color, and according to that, other will be receding. This is a cool color scheme, correct. What about this? It is a neutral, correct. So tell me about this one, natural color scheme. By default, it seems cool color scheme, correct? This is a warm color scheme. What about this? Cool or warm? So not just with the color, if even if the yellow and blue color are dominating here, what will be the feeling in this space? Would you feel to sit more along this area, or would you want to pass along this area? That also defines if it is cool or warm color scheme. Is it a cool color scheme or warm color scheme? Yes. So it would more of a warm color scheme because one would want to move along the area than having some rest points in majority. Few of you might feel like resting over here, but majority will find it too difficult associate in this landscape because on a longer run it has more of a dry feeling, and the reddish color also gets dominant at the end. That's why it is a warmer color scheme. What about this? Again, a warm color scheme. So these are man-made. What about this? What do you think? If it is cool color scheme, warm color scheme, it is a cool color scheme. This will again get into warm color scheme, cool color scheme. And what about this? This last one, due to multiple emphasis color, it goes into more of a warm color scheme. Okay. So I believe you must have gotten the idea of how color wavelengths of lights and how the color affects the entire landscape, right? This warm and cool color scheme, arrangement of the plants, how it affects our psychology, correct? So all these things in detail, like how pattern, contrast, emphasis, balance, scale, harmony works, we are going to discuss in upcoming sessions. Now, coming to practical part, like if I'm having any site, how and where should I start? So first, we will get to know the client. Then we will come to the site. We will have few tools that we will discuss in upcoming slides. We need to have some tools to understand the site. We will start with client's requirement. If there is a plot and they have the bungalow or the residence at the center, if they want landscape around the entire plot, or if they have this plot, they have their residence and a corner, they want the landscape in L shape, they want the landscape in a front yard or backyard, however they want, we will start with the conceptual drawing. Okay, the first draft will known as conceptual drawing. We will simply put on the ideas if they want children play area, if they want sand pit, if they want gazebo, if they need any pergolas, all these things, how might look like is the conceptual drawing. Then we further develop it to the design development part where we define the areas. For example, if this is my site and this is my bungalow, okay, this is road at this is road, and at the backyard they want to design the landscape. Okay, so they want 4 5 spaces into this. So this is first space, second space, and so on. So all these spaces, how would they look like is we are going to present 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And how they are going to be connected with each other. All these things would come under conceptual drawing. Okay. Then in design development, how this area is going to be defined. If where is hardscape, where is softscape into this, where will the swing come, where will be the slide come, how will be the gazebo structured. All these come under design development. And when this design development is done, we will move to the GFC drawing. GFC is nothing but good for construction or working drawing. Okay, all these parts, and tender drawings and GFC drawings would be on similar line. If there is any tender, we will work on GFC itself, but it will be just simply named as tender drawings itself. So what will come under GFC? So this space that I have defined, at the center there will be lawn, at around it will be pathway. For example, this is the space we have designed in design development. So what will be the pavement size, how they will be executed on site, which type of lawn we are going to use, how much area of lawn we need in the specific site, which type of shrubs we are going to use into this. All this come under the GFC drawing. So all these details we are going to discuss in upcoming sessions. So this is a pictorial representation for the site visit, how analysis and synthesis will happen. We will move from conceptual to DD, then we will move to 2D CAD, 3D model, construction drawings. Again, bill of quantity, BOQ, is the most crucial part of any project, because even the client has 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs, or so on. We need to make sure that client knows we are on client side. They have hired us because we have 100% of knowledge of our field, and we are going to use their penny, each of the penny, to 100% of utilization. Okay, that's why we need to know each of the penny we are going, where we are going to spend in the BOQ before starting the execution itself. Right, when we are done with the construction drawings, we will be giving out the details if we are going to use few of the grass pavers, or we are going to use shahabadi tile, or if we are going to use a concrete paver, if we are going to use a small tree, a tall shrub, any of it, we need to mention it. We need to mention the rate of it, number of quantity, what will be the transportation, mixture of soil, everything in detail. Right, all these details we are going to discuss in the sessions. So entire thing will be a collaborative effort. The horticulture is the heart of everything in this landscape design, because he or she is the one dealing with the live elements. How to use AutoCAD for the landscape design is also important part. So before AutoCAD was also so many efforts, and repetition was really difficult, but now with the accuracy of computer aided design, that is CAD, Autodesk is the company that offers AutoCAD, and we are going to learn it soon. So this was one of the project given by an architect. As a designer, we developed it for the hardscape and softscape combination. Okay. We need to understand client's requirement first, how much softscape or hardscape they are expecting, then we will design it further. Now, this was for the landscape architecture. Okay. Now, we are going to discuss the landscape urbanism, sustainable landscape design, how to develop CD, DD, and GFC overview is we are going to discuss in upcoming workshop. And right now, Lekhna ma'am will be explaining the horticulture part that we are going to take up in the entire workshop. Yes, over to you, Lekhna ma'am.
Hello. Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Good evening. So, we have gone through what are the things we are taking up in this workshop regarding the landscape and the basics, AutoCAD, why, what is the main motto of the workshop, everything we have gone through. So I'm Lekana, I'm the horticulturist. So I'll be dealing with the softscape part in the workshop. So here we will be discussing about what are the things that we are taking up as a horticulture part. We'll be taking up as a horticulture part here. Okay. So is my screen visible to all? Yes, thank you. So yeah, we were yeah. What are the softscape things like that we are going to discuss in the workshop? And then what is the horticulture basics of horticulture we required for the session? So what are the things we'll be taking up? So that we will be going through now in the coming part. So coming to the first, as
Recording
ma'am
in progress.
as already discussed, that the main motto of a workshop is that we are going to connect the horticulture with the architecture. So that will be helpful in creating the beautiful spaces along with the hardscape and softscape thing. So this is how the workshop is unique from the other workshops. Okay, so today we will be discussing about the scope of horticulture in the landscape architecture, along with the landscape architecture and the basics, how we are going to apply it on site and in the drawing. So then the things we have to consider while we are going to the site visits. Okay, yeah. So in this workshop, we will be like taking you from the basics, from the plant, from the soil preparation, what are the plants like we are using in the workshop. We'll be giving you the idea of the what kind of plants has to be selected in which area, and it is very structured learning we'll have it. So we'll be coming from the basics and then to the application, so completely to the practical thing of that particular project or any concept. We'll be learning it here, and we are upgrading our content each and every time, so it is like up to date. You'll be learning the new things every time. Okay. So coming to the scope of horticulture in the landscaping. So when after you go through the, I mean, after you learning or attend the workshop, so you will be like completely okay, and you will have the complete knowledge of the landscaping in horticulturist. So it will be easy for you to be an horticulturist, and then it will be useful for you to prepare the designs and be the designer also. You will have the complete knowledge of the trees, so that it will be easy, or it will be like good for you to get the good knowledge of the trees, and you can use it on your projects in the future. So you will have the insights on how the industry runs, so that it will be easy for you to be an entrepreneur. So you learn all the things about the landscaping and horticulture here. So so this, what is softscape, we have already discussed. The softscape is nothing but the live part of the any project, any landscape. Okay, that might be the plants, any elements you're going to add it, any like parts of the landscape, light or whatever. So all these things uh, will be called as the softscape. Okay, so yeah. So here in the softscape part, we will be discussing about the different plants we use in the projects, like different categories of the plant, trees, what trees we will be using, how the selection of the trees will be done, shrubs and flowering plants, and all the natural components or the elements, which element has to be placed where. So we'll be having insights on it. Okay, so you can use a powder, but you cannot use it, like you have to use it in the tropical kind of garden. The borders will be used there. You can't use it in some formal gardens. So it will suit that kind of landscaping. So this is how the things will differ. So this kind of things we will be learning here. And coming to the site observation, you will be as soon as you get the project, you will have to do the site visits so that you will get the more insights on the site conditions, what is the stage of construction the site is, and what are the problems we are facing on site for the execution or anything. Soil condition, water quality you have to check, and the direction of the sunlight. So existing plants, what are there, all these things you have to note, so that we will be giving you insights on the things that you have to consider while you are going to the site visit, and what are the things you have to observe on the site visits. Okay, so if you observe the vegetation on site, you will get to know what kind of plants will sustain here. So once you visit, you will see any pests and diseases are there in that area. If the soil is acidic, there will be more fungal diseases or something. If the lawn will be drying up from the fungal infection. So those things you will get to know so that it will be easy for you to make some soil treatment before going for the execution. So this is how we are going through with the site observations. Okay, so coming to the planting plan, here we will be going to discuss the different projects like community, commercial, and then the uh, community, commercial, and the villa or residential project. Okay, so from each and every project, the planting will be differs. In the community project, you will have more amenities, so that you have to do it with the with each and every amenities has to be done with a different criteria in it. So in the residential project, it will be like mostly the client oriented. It should be so. And coming to the marketing, so the commercial or marketing offices, when you're designing with that, you have to mostly go with the immediate effects. So the client wants it to be at, like, it should look immediate, it should give the immediate effect. Okay, they do not have time for the site to be execute and set. More time they do not have. So these are the things you have to consider while going to the planting plan. So when you are going to design a particular space, like we have so many amenities in a project, entrance area we have, security cabin, driveway, car parking, like this. So when you come to the entrance, it should be accent, it should look good, it should be like attractive. So you have to use some accent kind of plants when you're going to design the entrance. So here we will be discussing what kind of plants we have to use there, and trees what kind we have to use. We can't go with the deciduous one in the entrance, because in the summer or in the spring it looks bound. So it will have flowers, but then it looks bound. It should be attractive, as well as it should be evergreen, it should look full. So these are the things we have to consider, similar to the security cabin. To the driveway also, we will be mostly going with the evergreen. We will avoid thorny plants in the driveway. And with the amphitheater also, we'll use some broad-leaved plants and trees, so that the sound which is produced from the any events in the amphitheater, it will be restricted, it won't go outside. Okay, and in the amphitheater you will not be using the fruiting plants also, because the fruits will fall, and then some what birds will also be coming there, and it will make it will not be clean, the area won't be clean. Okay, so then coming to the DG yard and transformer yard, so there we have to mostly go with the screening kind of plants and then evergreen plants. This is how the selection of the plants will differ from one area to other. We'll be discussing it in detail in the workshop. Okay, so if you can see here in the car parking, it is completely green. It means that we are mostly going to the evergreen plants. Okay, so this is the entrance. If you can see, we have used the monkey puzzle trees, like it is on the either side of the entrance. So it gives some accent look. Okay. If you come to the swimming pool area also, here we will avoid the deciduous ones and more flowering plants. We'll mostly go with the evergreen plants. Okay. Yeah, so like in the car parking will be like trees, as I told you, we'll be mostly going with the evergreen trees. Shrubs also evergreen. Avoid flowering and flowering shrubs, ground covers and edge plants. So we'll discuss in detail. So coming to with the plants, so here we are going to discuss the different classification of the plants. Here trees and palms, shrubs, what shrubs, like depending upon the height, it's a tall or a medium shrub, and the ground covers. So we are going to segregate it as a flowering or vegetative one, or it's the what ground cover, like completely bed covering, or like we are going to learn some creepers we use in normal projects, and climbers, we're going to learn about the climbers, where exactly we can place them in our project, in our design. So we'll be learning that. Okay, some herbal plants also. Nowadays, the clients are more passionate and they're asking about the kitchen gardens or aromatic gardens in the project. So we'll be learning about which plant we can use, like aromatic or kitchen garden plants. It would be better. Okay, so we'll be learning that, and we have some specifications for the plants, like with the spacing for trees, it will start from 4 meter. It depends on the canopy of the tree. So which tree has to be given what spacing, that we are going to discuss, and each and every shrub ka growth habit and its spacing. Okay, that spacing will depend on the growth habit of the shrubs only, right? So we'll be discussing that. And with the pit size, how depth the pit should be when you're going to plant a tree or palm. It should be 1 meter, like 1 cubic meter. This thing pit should be there for the trees and palm. For shrubs, it should be 0.45 for the accent, and for the tall shrubs, it's like zero point 0.6. It will vary actually depending upon the plant, as I already told. For the ground covers also, it is like zero point 0.3, and we're going to learn about the lawns also. So how like what is the depth of the plant or the planting soil, I mean the good soil we have to lay down for the lawn. It should be like 300 mm. What kind of lawn which should be used in which area, like that. Okay, so this is the example of how the planting plan is done. Okay, this is a planting plan of a project. So you can see we have represented with the hatches and blocks. So these are the trees. These blocks are the trees. Okay, these colors which you can see is the hatches. So we represent the shrubs with the hatches and trees with the blocks. Okay, so you will completely learn about starting with the project, briefing, and how to read an AutoCAD or the architectural drawing you're going to learn, and what amenities are there. So understand which amenity like is how it will be coming, and then you're going to do the planting plan, selection of the plants, and then the BOQ, and like how to calculate the quantities of the plant you're going to learn in the BOQ. Okay, so yeah, this is one of the project. It's a Surya residence which is done by the Botanic. Here you can see the planting plan of this project. This will be the base plan given by the architect. So you can see here we have used plants, caladiums. It is used like we have represented with the blocks. Eranthemum variegated, we have used it here. Tradescantia pallida is there as a ground cover. So this is how we represent the plants on the drawing. This is the exact planting plan that we are going to learn in the workshop. Clear? So this is also an executed site, like site which is done by the Botanic Landscapes. Okay, so this is the plan you can see. So this is how it is being executed. Okay, this is after execution. This is also a site executed. You can see it's a tropical kind of garden. So we have used the mixed planting, kind of a Bali uh, kind of planting. It's a mixed. If you can see the variety of plants here. Okay, we have Calathea here. This is Calathea, right? This is Kenna indica. We have this is the pandanus. This is the spider lily. Here, this is the Omolamana. Here, this is the croton we have. This is Heliconia rubra we have. You can see we have used in 1 meter square of area. We have used the different varieties of plants. Okay, here if you see we have Dracena, Darasing. We have this is the insulin plant, Alocasia, Areca palm. We have. Okay, then this is also an executed site. So whether 650 space, square feet space, along with the stepping stone we have, a kind of mixed with the utility kind of garden. Okay, here we have used a tree. You can see the plumeria tree here. So this is the procurement of the plants. You can see. Moving ahead, this is also a site executed. So yeah, and here we are going to give you insights on the Moss walls also. So the installation materials we use, okay, how the design should be done. So this thing we are going to use, like we are going to tell you, and you're going to learn about the green walls. So you're aware of the green walls, I guess. So we're going to discuss about the installation of the green walls, like with the material, plants, like how what are the types of the plants we use in the green wall, how the irrigation or the nutrient supply will be done. So all those things we are going to discuss. Okay, this is about the softscape part. We are discussing all those things, like like what other things I've explained it now. You'll have the project. We'll start with the base. So we'll have the briefing of the project, designing, and then calculation of the bill of quantities of the plant. So this is how we go with a project. We are going to do the shrub planting plan and tree planting plan separately. Okay. Yeah, this is how we are going to discuss about the softscape part. Okay. So yeah. So if you have any queries about the softscape thing, so
Recording
how we'll be
stopped.
taking up this challenge or anything, any doubt, you can just ask me. Anything, you can just put it on the chat box. If you have any queries, like how we are going to deal. No doubts? Okay then. Yeah. Yes. So yeah, this is about the introduction. So over to Pranali ma'am.
Yes, thank you, Lekna ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for your patience, everyone. So before we move ahead with the last part of our workshop, please mention if you have learned anything new today. In landscape, this section only learned today. Yes, yes. For the HOTS plus Arts workshop, we are going to learn AutoCAD 2D with focusing on the commands that you're going to need for the planting plan itself. We have a 3D workshop, another separately as a SketchUp workshop also. But before I move to the details of that, I would like to know if you have learned anything new today, and if you have, please mention what was it. Yes, please mention in the chat box if you have learned anything new today. Any single thing, that is also fine. Have you learned anything new right now in this last half an hour? Okay, great. Can you tell us what was it? Suraj, Mrinali, Lakshmi, Mohammed, Vishal, Anuj, Subhashini, Shweta, Mayar, Revati, Gauri, Abhijit. We would like to know, yes, conceptual design, site selection, and plant selection. Great. Plant names. Okay, great. Yes. We are really glad that we could give you few insights for today. So this was about landscape architecture as we discussed earlier. Then we will also discuss in horticulture part that site observation, planting plan, planting scheme, the difference between planting plan, planting scheme, bill of quantity. We will have a walk in Lalbagh or other botanical garden in Bengaluru as well if our time allows us to. Okay, so this is the part for entire workshop content as of landscape and horticulture session. So what exactly we will conduct in workshop for AutoCAD is we are going to discuss. So first thing first, you're going to get certificate. Before it was 45 days online workshop sessions. Now it is 30 days only. So you will get gradation of A plus plus, A plus or A as per the assignments you are going to complete. Entire workshop we will have assignments daily. You will have landscape theory assignments. You will have softscape theory assignments. Then you will get the landscape AutoCAD assignment. After that, you will get horticulture landscape assignment. Okay. So we will go from the flow of first landscape theory, then horticulture theory basics to advanced. Post that, we will go to the AutoCAD part. We complete this entire workshop in about 30 days. We have two assessments at the end, assessments at the end of this workshop. One will be the MCQ for the theory part of landscape and horticulture. Another exam will be for the AutoCAD part. Okay, so this is the workshop content backside cover that we provide whatever we have been discussing in the session. It was the previous one. We have upgraded this as well. Now, what you're going to need at your end is you will need AutoCAD installed 2018 or above. Okay. Another thing is you will need external mouse, right? If you have laptop or PC, you will also need external mouse. That is extremely compulsory. You will also need the strong internet connection. That's it. Okay, rest of the things we will take care of. We will have about 30 engaging sessions, out of which 10 will be more of homework sessions and practice sessions will be there. About 12, there will be AutoCAD sessions for dictating, and more of practice sessions will also be there. Now we have only 15 members per batch because we give one-to-one session. We have individual attention out of these 15. We already have 4 members registered for the batch 19 right now. Okay, so the fees for the workshop is 8,500 per person. If you are registering with your friend, you will have registration discounts as well. And we will provide you certificate. We have guidance as well. We will get you entire horticulture part. and AutoCAD knowledge. 2D AutoCAD good enough for you to know how to create any planting plan of yours. Okay, we are going to cover 2D basics only, and we have theoretical and practical, both sustainable and landscape urbanism discussions as well. All the testimonies that I'm displaying right now, we you can check it out in the at our websites as well. Okay, so if anyone has any doubt on this, so please let us know how we can improve as well. Do you have any suggestion for us to include in the syllabus as well, so we can upgrade ourselves with this? Anyone has any suggestions for us for the free session as well? Please let us know in the chat box. Yes. So we have only live sessions. So whatever the sessions you have missed, many of us have practiced till 18th batches. Any of the workshop member records the session and they share it in the group. Otherwise, they have notes as well. They share notes in the group. If you have any doubt with that, we are always available for one-on-one session as well. So we have only live session because once you get recorded session, the attention and the learning process slows. Yes, thank you for reminding Abhijit. We have sessions every day, Monday to Friday. Saturday, Sunday is off in the evening, 7:30 to 8:30 or 8:30 to 9:30. Okay, because two batches are going simultaneously. We have flexible timings for both. As per mentor availability, we are four members right now who discuss one-on-one sessions, Lekhana ma'am, Vaidehi ma'am, Basavara sir, and myself. So whoever is available at what time, we inform you in the group before session at 7:30 or 8:30. We have 1 hour daily session for 30 days. It takes about 1.5 months to complete the entire workshop. But we guarantee you that you will learn out of this. If for first 5 sessions you feel like you're not meant for this workshop, you can tell us. We have refunded the amount before also. You can try and test this entire thing. We have softscape part majorly. Hardscape part discuss amongst design development and not in detail about hardscape. Okay, we do discuss in detail softscape itself. So the timings will be 7:30 to 8:30 or 8:30 to 9:30. Monday to Friday it will be, and you can have installment payment as well. Okay, you can pay 4,500 for now, rest of the amount you can pay later. If you are not in group or if you are in group, however, these are our numbers. You can always contact any of us and let us know if you have any other query. So do you have any feedback for us that how we can improve our today's free session? Yes. What we could add into this? Any of you have any suggestions for us? All the suggestions are always welcome. Yes, what about AutoCAD? AutoCAD entirely 2D part we do cover. Irrigation part is not included, but we will definitely discuss and we will try to include it in detail, definitely. I think material as of we do provide BOQ sheet and we have Softscape library as well. Another part is you have the notes at your end. Whatever we discuss in the sessions, you will be having your own notes. We do share notes that the PPTs that we discuss in the sessions, we do share that with everyone. Also, we share the certificate at the end. Anything else you are expecting, Pranali? Please mention. Yes. So weekends exam is there. So no, we don't conduct every weekend exam, but at the end of the workshop itself, we do conduct the two exams and assessments. One will be for MCQ, multiple choice questions. Four options will be there for theory part. Another will be AutoCAD part, practical. You have to complete one task within 4 hours. That is the assignment for AutoCAD. Every day you will be getting some assignments that you will need to submit on the Google Classroom. And as per the entire assessments, sorry, assignments and your performance and the exam, you will be having grade on your certificate. Yes. So please stay in touch for our next free session. We would like to improve as well. If you have any suggestions for us, please feel free to reach and let us know how we can improve, right? Yes, so we have multiple members from overseas as well. We have trained 20 plus members from out of India so far, and we have more of 100 plus students till today of Botanic. We have alumni group as well, where we post the entire requirement of any job inquiries if comes up and so on. Right. So thank you for joining everyone. Please let us know if you have any questions or queries. You have our numbers. Thank you for joining everyone. Good day.